Good morning. It is Monday, July the 5th. You put that coffee down. Welcome to First Local with Heidi and Colette. It is the Monday of coming off a very awesome long weekend. We both had great weekends. We hope that you did as well. Was it freezing cold yesterday or what? It was so hot.
I was just going to say, where
That's
were
sarcasm.
you? Okay.
Being facetious on a Monday morning.
All right.
Yeah, it was a beautiful weekend weather-wise.
Yes.
I know they had heat warnings down in South too, but man, it was hot.
Yes.
I walked to the corner. I was like, anyway. So good morning. And good morning to everybody.
Yes, good morning to you.
Looking all fresh and tanned over there.
Yes, I was outside pretty much the entire weekend.
And you had a great weekend.
Yes, frolicking along the coast of Lake Superior.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yes.
So did I. It was I'm not frolicking around the Lake Superior, but I had a lovely weekend too. Okay, so get ready for this announcement, Heidi. I mean, this is a good one from Dan Gray this morning. So today, no big deal.
Thank you very much.
But you know that guy named Justin Trudeau, he's making a little trip to Sault Ste. Marie today. So Dan Gray will be covering that live. Media are going to be in attendance around 10:30 in the morning.
Look at him.
Oh, and he's fresh off that COVID haircut. That's the new COVID haircut. That was the last time he was here at Algoma Steel. He is hitting up Algoma Steel, but more importantly, in my opinion, the Prime Minister will be visiting the Shinwalk, the Center for Excellence in Anishinaabe Education at 2 o'clock today.
This is obviously pre-pandemic.
Oh yeah, well, there's no mask. I'm just saying he just had a COVID haircut.
I was just going to say, although the hair
Yes.
is what we have seen recently, I'm just looking at, Terry Sheehan appears to be less than 6 feet away. Christian Provenzano is an appropriate distance, but
I didn't even see them. Fantastic. And Terry's really paying attention to what Justin has to say there. Look at that. Anyway, so that's a great news for our city that he is making that trip to Shinwalk today and visiting the steel plant. So please stay tuned. Dan Gray will be going live from that. So that's very big news. I don't know, how do you follow that?
Well, how do you follow that?
How do you solve a problem like Maria? Yeah, so that's a couple announcements. You got a couple announcements there. I know one of my buddies is speaking today.
Yeah, so you know what? Today as well, Stephen Lecce, who is the Minister of Education, of course, going to be joined by Robin Martin, who is the MPP for Eglinton Lawrence and Gila Marto, MPP for Thornhill, to make a virtual announcement about new initiatives to combat anti-Semitism in Ontario schools. So that'll happen at 11:30. And of course we will, I don't know, are we streaming that?
We'll do the Minister of Education for sure. He's a big deal. And then the other one is the long-term care one.
There you go.
So, awesome. Now Rod Phillips is speaking today. I just giggle when I hear Rod Phillips because, he was the Minister of Finance. He went to the Caribbean, he got fired, and all of a sudden he pops up as the Minister of Long-Term Care. But did you see that meme where Ford was wearing the shirt that says, my finance minister went to the Caribbean and all I got was this lousy t-shirt? Anyways, They are speaking at, what time does that say? 10 a.m. this morning from North Bay.
Okay.
So that's good. All right, we should move on to some news. It is really hot in the studio.
Yeah, it is really hot.
It feels like it was yesterday. I just wanted to make a special note for the Prime Minister. Over the weekend, he did have the Peace Tower flag in Ottawa lowered at half-mast on Canada Day to honor Indigenous children. So I just wanted to point that out, that he did that after the Cowess First Nation and the 751 unmarked graves at the former Murrayville Indian Residential School in Saskatchewan. So, I know the Canada Day passed and we were here on Friday.
Right.
But we did, there was a day of respect and some time spent observing and respecting what's going on in our country, right? So, I just wanted to commend him for coming here and going to Shinwalk this afternoon as well. All right. We want to rip off a story and get this news a go? Green light.
Rip it off. Yeah. All right. So, over the weekend on July 3rd, as a matter of fact, around 10 a.m., emergency services were called to the western limits of the city. Okay, and this had to do with the 2200 block of Second Line West. So, somewhere between Carpon Beach Road and Town Line Road, there was a vehicle that was found to be in the ditch. From what could be seen, emergency services personnel were working on the vehicle and possibly talking to someone in the driver's seat. It was not possible in that moment to see whether or not anybody actually was getting out of the vehicle, which apparently is a van.
Oh, man.
It appeared to be to belong to an airport shuttle. So, you know, some people, going to the airport and the shuttle, and there you are in the ditch. So, police did shut down the roadway. It was closed for about 2 hours. And then once the investigation had wrapped up, of course, the area was cleared and the roadway was reopened. So, thanks to Dan for covering that. We will continue to bring you information of the sort.
Okay. Dan does follow the military aircraft action as well, and I don't know if there's something in the air tonight, but with the Prime Minister coming. But we also had the snowbirds drop into our airport over the weekend there. If you were tuned into Twitter yesterday and happened to follow the red and white Tudor jets we call snowbirds, you would have learned that they were on their way here. After armed with this knowledge and the ability to track Snowbird 1 on Flight Tracker, there's about 20 citizens made their way to the airport to catch them in action. The snowbirds were commuting from Ottawa to Thunder Bay with one problem. Like many people crossing our country, they realize it can be a long way to come across on a single tank of gas. So, hey, they had to fill some up. So they stopped in here and filled up their tanks and enjoyed the Sioux for a little bit. Most of the team members made high-speed passes of the runway, some with smoke on, before diverting and joining the traffic to land and refuel. Over approximately 30 minutes of all the jets made safe landings in Sault Ste. Marie. So much to the disappointment of residents, they took a line which took them over Michigan this time instead of flying directly over the city. But that's okay. They can come back and do that another time.
Wasn't it didn't they, I don't know, like within the past 16 months, everything sort of kind of blends. They did do some trick flying over the Sioux. What was that?
You know what? I kind of have a feeling in my head that it's to do with the pilot that died a year ago, the female pilot that died, and her action was to fly across all parts of the country in honor of them when they're going through everything. But she passed away in the accident, the snowbird's accident.
Yes,
so in her honor and in her memory, they're continuing what she wanted to do, which was to stop in every community along the way. So I think that this is in conjunction with that, and might be what you're thinking.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Well, I just know that I was outside with Emma.
It's a crazy, awesome thing to see. So hopefully they come back. Okay, we're gonna rip off a commercial pretty soon, but for all those drivers out there, there are steeper penalties coming for driving infractions, which is great. And I know there's some frustration talking about for those who need to book their licensing and the backlog of that. And just some more stuff you can do online to get your driver's license renewed, which I definitely need to do. We'll be right back after this break.
First Local, supported by Need window coverings? Locally owned and operated, NAC completes window coverings from start to finish. Call or message us today to schedule your free quote and experience what NAC can do for you.
Good morning and welcome back to First Local Mornings. You are here with Colette and Heidi. I hope you all had a wonderful long weekend. So before I did leave on Thursday afternoon, because I was looking for the updated numbers, right? Because typically the province throws them out at you every day around what? 10-ish? Yeah. They're not going to be sending them out daily anymore. So this is what I can tell you about that. The data will not be updated daily Okay, so the information will be available, let me see, they're changing how they report it. So starting this past weekend, the media bulletins with regards to COVID-19 are only going to be sent out on the weekdays. So no more reporting on the weekend. Okay, so that means that on July 31st, the province plans on sending media bulletins, so this is coming, on Mondays and Thursdays with the data only being updated weekly. So just in case you're wondering and you go to our website and you're looking for the update, it's not, you know, it's nothing cataclysmic. It's just there is less, like increasingly less to report. So,
right.
So I think that is a cause for some celebration.
Absolutely.
Having said that, what came out on July 2nd provincially, 200 new cases of COVID-19. They also updated us with regards to Thursday, and there were 284, so we can see that downward trend continuing. Province again did not release data about the novel coronavirus on the Canada Day holiday. Health Minister Christine Elliott says there are 41 new cases in the region of Waterloo, 23 in Toronto, 21 in Peel, and 18 in Grey Bruce. So yeah, they, you know, like I said, that downward trajectory seems to be continuing.
Holy
locally.
Cow.
We haven't had a new case confirmed since June 22nd. We have, you know, dutifully administered 143,842 tests, out of which we've confirmed, you know, the static 400.
Yep.
No cases active currently in the Algoma region. Nobody in hospital with regards to the coronavirus in this moment. We have resolved 400 cases, and we still only have the 110 cases that screened positive for the variants of concern, so yay.
Well, that's great news. And I apologize when I wished everyone a happy weekend back. I should have acknowledged our friends, the American side here, and their July 4th festivities that went on yesterday, and happy America Day to our American viewers too. I apologize for not mentioning that. But yes, so we wanted to share some fireworks from last night. One of the greatest things I think about this city is the waterfront.
Yeah.
And I have to tell you, as much as I have a fear of bridges, I think our waterfront with the way the bridges are lit up with the American colors and the Canadian colors uniting.
Beautiful.
Is an absolutely gorgeous way for everyone who comes to the community, or everyone who comes to our fine city, to see that. Now, another benefit living right across the road from the United States is that we get to catch their amazing fireworks, and last night they definitely put on a beautiful show. I had front row view from the window, and it was absolutely great. We could hear it coming. I'm like, what is that? They're like, oh yeah, fireworks, right? So we run to the window, and the finale was beautiful, and yeah, we just wanted to wish you a happy Independence Day to the Americans that are watching, and if you're not watching, well, we're wishing you anyway, so
that's right.
Happy July 4th. Now, in saying that, last night, with all the smoke in the air and the beautiful fireworks, there was some smoke coming out of the old Canadian hotel, which is now called the Canuck.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. At approximately 9:25 last night, Sault Fire Services responded to reports of smoke at a commercial structure in the 400 block, which again is the Canadian/Canuck motel. Crews observed smoke coming out of a doorway near the middle of the structure. Upon speaking with a witness to the situation, he explained that a grease fire had started but was quickly contained. Sault Fire Services has yet to confirm that cause. Fire crews were on the scene for over an hour dealing with ventilating the hotel.
Okay. Wow.
Busy at the Canuck.
Busy at the Canuck, for sure. Yeah, so, you know, and in keeping with, you know, the fire theme, Sault Fire Services did respond, you know, to an area past the airport for a fire. So this occurred on July 4th, so yesterday. So around 1 p.m., okay, Sault Fire Services were called to the extreme west end of the city. And Sault Online learned through a loyal reader, so thank you very much, and you know who you are. A garage out at Point Louise had caught fire, so the damage appeared to be kept just to the garage area, so good news there. Sault Fire Services did spend, you know, an extended period of time ensuring that all was secured and safe. And should more information come available with regards to this particular fire, we will surely bring you that update.
Okay.
Dan is very reliable that way.
Yes. For sure. You want to talk about the pea patch too? While you
Yeah, I might as well just pop off the pea patch here. Hey,
Oh, hey now.
Yeah.
Peter Piper picked a
Yes.
what a pickles.
Okay. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers.
Pickled peppers.
Pickled peppers.
Well, pop in my peas.
Police surround home in the pea patch is the title of this article that you will find posted to our website, Sue Online.
Okay.
Okay, so on July 3rd, some police cars were found to be on a scene in the pea patch. There was an early morning incident, so this happened to be the corner of Pentagon Boulevard and Placid Avenue. It was taped off with crime scene tape as the police, of course, worked to secure the scene. It was reported that more police vehicles did arrive. There were some detectives on the property. We did learn after the fact that at least one person was taken to the hospital after an assault, an alleged assault. Yeah. So the Sioux Police Services communications manager, Lincoln Loudit, was able to give a few details. He did say, confirming what we had observed, that the police did respond to a call in the 0 to 100 block of Placid Avenue, and upon arrival, officers did locate a man who was injured. He was transported to the hospital with serious injuries, and the investigation is ongoing. And of course, we will keep you up to date on this story. Yep.
Awesome. A couple things before we throw to a commercial. When we come back from commercial, we're going to throw to weather.
Okay.
We miss you, Craig. You're still away.
That's right.
Hoping you're having a great vacation. You deserve it. But
Yes.
please come back soon. I hear that he's coming back this week, so that's good news. But I hope you're enjoying yourself. Also, to that end, I just wanted to talk about, when we come back, we're going to talk about last week the federal government passed a bill to extend pandemic aid programming, such as salary subsidies. So I want to talk a little bit about that.
Yep.
And also, remember the little hero we were talking about, Ewan, who was an ambassador to the Terry Fox Run. Last year he cycled 70 kilometers because he was 7, and this year he cycled 80 kilometers over the weekend because, well, he's 8. So he is amazing, and we have a little message from him and some pictures that I want to share with you when you come right back. So don't go anywhere. It's getting exciting in here.
First Local, supported by James Seaton, Mortgage Specialist. Your new home doesn't come with mortgage advice. I do. Call James Seaton Mortgage Specialist, RBC 705-975-1519.
Welcome back. It is Monday, July the 5th. We know you're coming off a great weekend of fireworks.
Yes.
And in the sky fireworks too. We had a great
Yes.
weekend. We hope you did too. Thanks for joining us. Happy Independence Day. Happy Canada Day. And thankful for the time that we all spent and respected the residential school children.
That's right.
And hey, if we haven't told you, the Prime Minister's coming to town. But you want to talk about CAS, which I think is an awesome message.
So, when I went to high school, I was fortunate enough to attend Central Algoma Secondary School, which is a high school. Now it's one of the super schools, but in the day it was, it was built in 1972. It's at least as old as I am. But anyway, back in the day it was just a high school. And I did also have the privilege of being
That was
friends
slick,
with a
Stephen.
man by the name of Raymond Gowlett. And Raymond Gowlett is now a teacher
Okay.
at Cass. But Ray happens to be one of the kindest, most dedicated, compassionate people that I know. And I can tell you that as a teacher, I have full confidence that this carries through. And over the weekend, a mutual acquaintance did send me a video. And I watched it. It's one of those TikTok ones. It's very short.
Yeah.
So what he did though
Aw,
is because
hi.
the kids are graduating and it's COVID, so of course there's COVID will be best remembered, I think, by the lack of celebration.
Yeah.
And these kids worked so hard and they graduated, and Ray, he built a traveling podium, right, and decorated it with like the backdrop and the colors for Cass and the mascot and everything.
Yeah.
And then he attached it to his truck.
Yeah.
And he drove to the house of each and every graduate so that they could walk across the podium and get their diploma and be, congratulated by their teacher. And I think the principal might have been there as well. So I just thought that was, that's truly remarkable. That's truly
So-
above and beyond. So good for you, Ray.
Yeah. 100%.
And I wish I could find a way to hoist this video for y'all. Y'all?
Y'all!
Whoa!
What the?
What just happened there?
Welcome, Texas, Heidi.
That's right. Wow.
Y'all come back now, you're...
But yeah, so good for you, Ray, and congratulations to all the graduates of, 2020, 2021.
Yeah, awesome. That's such a great story. I just, it makes you happy to live in a small community when you hear things like that.
Yeah.
And I wish that happened when Connor graduated last year, because I feel like we were robbed of the moment of crossing the podium. So as a mother who missed that, I thank you very much for doing that for the other families.
Yes.
Now, with the lack of Craig, sadly, we have to go to weather that Mike produced for. No, I'm just kidding. Thanks, Mike. I'm just bugging him, right? It's the only time we can. Anyways, thank you, Mike, for stepping up and doing this. And here's your weather forecast for the next few days.
Pretty specific.
Well, thank you very much. Apparently, we
how
didn't pay
well
attention
we
to the
work
cues.
together.
We were just talking about how well we work together, and we just screwed that up. Oh well. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Well, yes. So, steeper penalties are in store for driving infractions. Okay, so for those of you with a heavy foot, all right, if driving fast
This
is
is for you.
what is?
This article. What do you mean for
I'm
those
not a
of you?
fast driver. Well, sometimes if I get stuck behind somebody who's really slow, or if I'm driving at dusk and I don't have my glasses, I will. Okay. Anyways,
Should I pull up that
Okay, that
video
is
of you?
just crap. It's just really-
Heidi,
what?
should I pull up that video I have of you driving?
You have a video of me driving?
No,
Oh,
ignore
no,
me.
no, I
Oh,
don't. Just
okay.
joking.
No, okay. Anyway, you need to understand that effective Canada Day, so July 1st, the province of Ontario did implement new rules around stunt driving, which may slow your roll, maybe. I mean, everything's legal as long as you don't get caught, right?
See, there it is.
So if you were caught stunt driving before the implementation of the Moving Ontarians More Safely Act, or MOMS Act for short, you would have gotten a roadside suspension and your car would have been taken for 7 days. Now, stunt driving, which is still 50 kilometers per hour over on any road with a posted speed limit of 80 kilometers or above will net you a roadside 30-day suspension, and your car will get taken away for 14 days.
Oh, because it was 7 days before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 7 days.
Okay.
So a big change in this act is that is you are now considered to be stunt driving if you are traveling at 40 kilometers or more per hour than a posted speed limit under the 80 kilometer range, okay? So 70 and a 30, 80 and a 40, 90 and a 50, this is all going to now be considered stunt driving, yeah. So
Excellent.
now, that is just when you are caught at the side of the road, you go to court. If you're convicted, it's going to work this way. So the first offense then, you have 1 to 3 years with no license. Second offense, minimum 10 years with no license. Third offense, a lifetime ban, which could be reduced at a later date. Fourth offense, no more driving for you, a full lifetime ban. Okay,
Yeah,
and MOMS also contains rules around dooring. So when you open your door and you hit a cyclist, and so this is going to have some impact on the e-bike world.
Okay.
So safety for tow truck drivers, construction workers is in effect as well. You may see more roads now closed instead of just down to one lane for emergency scenes, and human flaggers may soon become a thing of the past as they have automated flaggers now, which are considered to be safer.
Okay.
That was always like my dream job. I always wanted to be a flagger when I was a teenager.
Like, what do you mean? Like,
well,
just this?
Yeah, like they have the signs and they're, directing traffic.
That's some good wrist action.
Okay, so if you are a commercial truck driver, of course, new enforcement rules that can be applied if you are caught driving longer than your allowed hours. And last but not least, Southern Ontario tow truck drivers and storage facilities now have to be certified under this new act. They have to abide by a set of rules regarding roadside behavior, and a director position was created to oversee the industry. So, yeah.
Crazy great changes. Way to go, Ministry of Transportation. That's smart change. There's no business going 40, more than 40. I feel like they should change the name from something to stunt driving to something else. Stunt driving just sounds like you want to be a stunt driver. It sounds so dramatic in Hollywood, right? It's called stunt driving.
Yes.
Maybe they should change the name of it. But I love the changes, and you know what? It shouldn't even have to get to 4. That's a lot.
No, that is a lot.
Yeah.
And if you haven't learned your lesson by then I think you've earned the lifetime ban.
Absolutely.
Put that right out there.
That's right, I agree. The Ministry of Transportation, not infrastructure, has also made a change to your photo cards that you can renew online. And the good news about your photo cards is jumped from 5 years to 10 years. So great. I guess you had the option with your passports, as you know, that you paid extra, but the government has now, the province says the validity of the Ontario photo card has been extended from 5 to 10. Photo card renewals at Service Ontario centres are still available. So if you do want to go in, you can do that, although I don't know what certain COVID restrictions are, but please check the website. The province says Ontario residents can renew their photo cards. The cards allow people who do not have a driver's license to more easily open bank accounts and receive a ballot to vote. And by the way, we have a story about voting coming up in Sault Ste. Marie too. The cost will remain at $35 whether people want to renew online or not. Ontarians can apply for a photo card if they do not have a driver's license, are residents of our fine province of Ontario, and have hit the age of 16 years or older. So we are going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about go back to the top of the news. For those of you who missed the 8 o'clock opening, that's okay. We got your back, and some social media coming right up.
First Local, supported by Nogda Windeman Family and Community Services. Be an alternative care parent. A child needs you.
Do your part to help stop the spread of COVID-19. Wash your hands for at least 20 seconds. Cough into your elbow, not into your hand or in the air. Avoid touching your face, eyes, and mouth. Keep your distance from people. Stay at least 6 feet away from others. If you're feeling sick, please just stay home. Do the 5 and keep others alive. Help stop the spread of COVID-19.
Is going to a party really worth it? Putting yourself at risk puts everyone at risk. Help limit the spread of COVID-19.
Good morning and welcome back. First Local Mornings here with Colette and Heidi.
I was like this, and I'm like,
Me.
like-
Those are my favorite transitions. It's like, yeah. Hi.
oh,
So-
hello there.
So for those of you who weren't with us when we first started this morning, we'll just recap some of the stories,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. Yeah. What do you
Sure.
got?
Well, there were a few fires around town. Nothing significant. No injuries reported, so that's exciting. We also did talk about some announcements. I know Minister Lecce will be making some remarks today with regards to plans they have for eliminating anti-Semitism in schools.
Yeah.
I think it's great that they're putting so much focus on kind of, making everything neutral again, and just kind of letting people be people and teaching love and acceptance. My interpretation of what's going down, but they will have some official political remarks to say. As well, talked a little bit about some changes having to do with stunt driving, steeper
Those are great
penalties.
changes.
Yeah, steeper penalties, but certainly warranted if it means that more people will be kept safe and will avoid unnecessary accidents. So yeah, you hit
Very
some good
cool.
stuff too.
Well, I mean, hang on to your knickerbockers. With the,
This just in.
Just in. Thank you, Michael. You are an awesome gentleman, and I
Thank
don't
you.
care what anyone says. It's a pleasure to work with you. So, over the weekend, Dan was out and about in the city and caught a lot of stories. So thank you, Dan Gray, for your diligence and your work ethic over the long weekend.
For sure.
Today, though, like I said, hang on to your Canadian knickerbockers because the head of the country, Justin Trudeau, is coming to town. He will be arriving this morning. There is a 10 o'clock meeting or media scrum happening, but when he hits the steel plant, sorry, that was a technical term, scrum. And there is fine Justin Trudeau when he last visited our beautiful city and as well as Algoma Steel, and I don't know where he went, but hey, I'm back, so that's all that matters. So anyway, so Justin will be hitting up the steel plant, but more importantly, in my humble opinion, at 2 o'clock he will be heading over to Shingwalk to make remarks from there, and Dan will be going live, I assume, from both of these events. So we will be carrying that live. Very important, and it feels great that he's coming to town. Why not? You live in a beautiful city.
That's right.
So I don't think I have much more to top the Prime Minister coming to the hizzy.
Thank you.
Now, why don't we go to social media and see what our lovely
see
viewers
what's
are doing,
happening
and
here.
hoping that they had a beautiful weekend, a great weekend like you and I shared.
Let's see here.
Do you want me to do a little dance while you do it?
No, I mean, I just like to
Make a little
refresh.
love.
It's how
You're down tonight. This is just called a dramatic pause.
Well, no, I mean, I think
know, I
people
get it.
should know that I work hard to make sure that nobody is lost in the void. So, Jim Whitty beating everybody to the punch this morning. Good morning, all, with 3 exclamation
Nice.
points. Bradley close on his heels. Good morning, everyone. I think it's important to note that everyone is spelled with a capital E, and he also uses 3 exclamation points and adds a peace sign. Jim, yo, Brad. Brad, hey, Jim, 3 exclamation
They
points.
must have been sad without each other for 3 days.
I don't know. Like maybe they did their own show on the weekend. Maybe some of you caught it. I'm not sure. Mark Jordan, Craigers is the Janet Garcia of the Sioux. Who is Janet Garcia?
I don't know. We'll hit the old googs. But
Mark.
maybe I'll do it. I'll do it while you're doing that. I'll do
Okay.
it. Must be I think it's a weather.
Yeah,
thing.
Mike just said something about weather.
Okay.
So Giselle, good Monday morning,
Giselle.
everyone. And she puts up 4 exclamation points.
Just want to note, Giselle had to spend an extra day with Mike this week. Sorry about that. I hope everything went okay.
Well, seems
I'm
to
the
be
best.
seems to be okay. Steve Childs, GMA. HYHAGW. I think I could do this. I think I
Okay.
can remember this. So
I know
good
you
morning,
can.
all. Hope you have a great week. Well, good. You too, Steve. I hope you have a great week, right?
Absolutely.
And you.
You're pointing, and
you,
it scares
and you.
me. It's and you get a great week, and you get a great week. Steve tried to get in your head on a Monday morning of a long weekend, but no, my intelligent, beautiful friend figured that out.
That's right. Just like that, man. Okay. Margaret McKeag, good morning all. Good morning, Margaret. Marilyn Trumbull, good morning, beautiful ladies, and everyone else with 4 exclamation points. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Well, the same to you, Marilyn. She offers up 2 cups of coffee, my favorite little closed-eyed emoji, a rainbow, a stack of I ate a pancake. Well, I ate half a pancake this weekend. It was really good. I haven't had a pancake.
She indulged in a half of a pancake.
And I ate it really quickly, too. I was just
how did that go again?
Well, I mean, everybody knows that if you eat it really quickly, there are no calories. It doesn't count.
Well, yeah, you're furiously trying to chomp that thing down.
Did you eat that pancake? I might have. You'll never know.
No video, no happy.
And then a little smiling kitty cat. Joseph, Monday Fun Day. Well, yes.
Good morning, Joseph.
Yes, good morning to you, Joseph. And we will do the coffee this week. Last week just got away from me. So, Chris Bridges, good morning. Here's a bit of wonderful news. Happiness is infectious. According to a study out of the British Medical Journal, we can feel happy just by being around other people who are happy. We do this all the time.
I know, it's just like, it's energy transfer is what that is called.
Happiness, the study therefore claims, is contagious. So if someone is happy, they can in turn make someone else happy, and this can go on forever. We're going to start a new pandemic, a pandemic of happiness.
Happiness.
That's right.
I'm happy.
Yes, Mike, you are always. Mike is always happy.
Imagine we could sing, what's his name, the hottie, Justin Timberlake, you know, his song, and he coming with us, 'cause I'm happy.
I think that...
JT? That's another JT.
I don't know. Farrell?
Yeah.
Farrell?
Yeah. Who? The talk show?
No. The happy song, though.
Oh, Pharrell.
Yeah.
Farrell.
Sorry. Farrell. He's just this side of...
That's okay. I speak freaky deaky.
We had to sneak up on him in the wild. Okay. Enika. Good morning, everyone. With a cup of coffee, a lovely slice of strawberry shortcake, a hibiscus, and a chocolate chip cookie. Good morning, Enika. All the way over to you there in the Netherlands. Jim Whitty says, I'm a square in my social circle, but they still let me hang around. The hallmark of good friends, true friends. Debbie Lynn. Hello, Debbie Lynn. Good morning, ladies. Good morning to you. How nice to see your name. So thank you for popping in. Jim Whitty, it is quiet in here today.
Yeah.
An asterisk. Yeah. Watches the monks pass by. Okay. We only have 2 left, so we'll just wrap it up.
Absolutely.
Steve Childs, y'all, let's thank this teacher for... Y'all, let's thank this teacher for bringing the podium to all the students. Congrats to all who graduated. I know, right? Like I get
goosebumps.
I was unexpectedly moved by that. You know, my cold, frozen heart actually thawed for Enika. I've seen a nice fireworks show. Thank you, Dan. Dan is very dedicated, and she gives a thumbs up. So there we go.
Sauce.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you enjoyed those fireworks because they were beautiful.
Yes.
Something about they just go all out. You know what I mean? It was absolutely beautiful, and it was long. It was like 15-20 minutes.
Don't. Yeah, there is no halfway. It's always spectacular.
And at some point, I thought it was the finale, and it wasn't. And then all of a sudden, I was like, anyways, we got some more fireworks coming right up. Don't go anywhere.
First Local, supported by Maker North, 3D printing, laser cutting, 3D design, education, prototyping, and more. Maker North, whatever it takes.
Just once in a while, at parties and stuff. If that's what your kid says, they'll probably also tell you that it's not a big deal. But that's no reason not to talk about it. You could tell them that you think that's a good thing and that you're really happy they don't use it that often. Then ask them why. Maybe deep down they know it's bad. They just need your help realizing it. From there, it should be pretty easy to drop off the hint that their brain is still growing and that they shouldn't smoke pot. At least not until they're older.
Visit drugfreekidscanada.org for more tools to help start the conversation.
Don't click it, Mike. It's a scam.
Oh, hi, Voice of Reason. It looks legit.
Don't click. Listen to your voice of reason before you act.
I deleted it.
Canada.ca/BeastCampSmart can help.
Good morning and welcome back to First Local Mornings. Colette and Heidi here, recovering from our weekends.
Oh, no. I had a great weekend.
In a good way. In a good way.
I had a great weekend.
Sure. So some of you might be wondering, where are the factoids? I have not forgotten. We just like to kind of spice things up by moving things around, right? So you do it a little different. Ooh.
Yes. Let me try that. Let me try that.
Chew. Okay. So today's date, July 5th in 2003, Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash made his last ever live performance when he appeared at the Carter Ranch. So before singing Ring of Fire, Cash read a statement about his late wife that he had written shortly before taking the stage. And he said, and I quote, "The spirit of June Carter overshadows me tonight with the love she had for me and the love I have for her. We connect somewhere between here and heaven. She came down for a short visit, I guess, from heaven to visit me tonight, to give me courage and inspiration like she always has." Cash did pass away on September 12th of that year. So, yeah, I have goosebumps.
Yeah, right? I know.
Certainly a very well-known love story, the two of them.
Yeah.
Movie made about it. And
It's a good movie, too.
yeah. So there you go.
Very nice. Thank you for sharing
Bittersweet.
that. And I want to share a little story about our little hero, Ewan.
Yes.
Yeah, he's amazing. So just refresh your memory. The Terry Fox run took place over the weekend. And last week we reported to you that our 7-year-old fan, or 7-year-old awesome superhero, went 70 kilometers last year on his bicycle. This year he pledged to do 80 kilometers. He did a little bit more than 80. We have the stats posted up right there. And this is him getting ready to leave to go to his ride with his mom, his dad, and his grandpa to do that 80 kilometers. It took him 5 hours. I'm going to read it the way he wrote it because I think it's so cute.
Yeah,
okay?
no, I like his
voice.
voice.
So it says,
yeah.
"My ride on Saturday with mommy, daddy, and granda was great. To do that 80 kilometers, it only took me 5 hours. We rode the first 40 kilometers uphill, only stopping for drinks. Then we had an hour-long lunch picnic under a tree.
Aww.
Then we rode 40 kilometers back, only stopping for drink breaks and to take team pictures. The weather was great for the ride because it was sunny, but not too hot," he says, like it has been lately. "There were lots of people out on the trail. I said hi to everyone on the trail that I saw, and if they said hi back, I said I was doing a great job." I told him I was out riding for the Terry Fox Ride of Hope. He got one $5 donation along the way, and 2 other people said they would donate to him online.
Nice.
I gave out cards with all the details of the Terry Fox Ride to 8 people, and they said they would join him next year.
Amazing.
Well, I think he's going to be our next Justin Trudeau.
I was just wondering, like, where does that particular bundle of potential end up?
I think ahead of a country, personally. But at the end of the ride, he felt very tired.
Yeah.
But I felt very proud of myself that I made the 80 kilometers because 0.5% of my mind didn't know I was going to make it.
Aww. Little man.
But 1,000 million % of my mind said I was going to make it. Love Ewan, age 7. We made new ride signs for our bikes this year. We will all have our ages as our riders' numbers. So couldn't start a Monday off without sharing about that. And Mike, did you share that other picture there with all the 5 pictures? Sorry, I was looking down. I don't know if you did, but there's, yeah, okay. So anyways, congratulations, Ewan. You are a superstar. And we love you. So there you go. Just wanted to mention that. How are you?
Okay, well, I don't know how to segue into this.
Right?
So,
I mean, he's just so amazing.
You know, you hear about, kids doing remarkable things, but this is a really huge thing.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
amazing, Ewan, that's amazing.
Yeah.
You know what, I'm just going to kind of switch. We'll come back to the backlog of drivers, but I just want to kind of continue with something positive and outdoorsy.
I think that's a great idea.
So, license-free fishing to residents of Ontario from July 3rd to the 11th. So the province is allowing families to enjoy fishing province-wide. Well, not just families, everybody, but without having to purchase a license or carry an outdoors card. they're recognizing it as a time-honored tradition and a terrific way for families, whatever your family looks like, to spend time together. And it is hoped that, people will take advantage of this.
Okay.
So they are also reminding people that if you are able to, take the gang fishing during license-free fishing periods or at other times, please abide by the recreational guidelines, okay, which will help kind of ensure that this brilliant resource and this recreational activity remains available for generations to come. Following the conservation license catch limits, obeying size limits in sanctuaries, following all other applicable fishing regulations and rules. You can now find a new fishing spot using fishing online and view the guide to eating Ontario fish. So, yeah. So
I haven't been fishing in so long. I really would love to go fishing. I know my Dante wants to as well. So, if you get a chance, go and fish. Okay, we're going to cut to a commercial break. When we come back, I want to talk a little bit about. Oh, we're not going to cut to a commercial break. Just joshing. Okay, for those of you, where do we leave off in the schedule? Now I'm all messed up. Okay, let's talk about this budget bill that was passed by the Senate, extending pandemic aid programs.
Yes.
Because this is super important to a lot of businesses, probably the majority of businesses in our province.
Yep, in this moment, for sure.
Right, absolutely. The bill contained extensions to key aid programs such as the wage subsidy to help employers pay workers and supports to help businesses pay their rent.
Okay.
Above Minister of Finance, so we had Krista Freeland, who's the Minister of Finance for the country, made this announcement last week. I just wanted to just have a conversation about it to let everybody know that this has passed in case it slipped through the cracks. The Senate has adopted Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's government's budget bill. The final step is extending the COVID-19 supports through the summer and ahead of a likely election in the fall.
Okay.
So very big announcement for him. And that bill is Bill C-30, which was passed late Tuesday evening. Like I said, it was a bit of an older story, but just wanted to make sure that everybody understood that the pandemic aid programs have been extended into the fall because they were set to expire, I think, in September. So it was a very fine move by the country to push that bill and extend it for all the businesses and all the people that are potentially could lose their jobs, so way to go, Justin. By the way, Justin's in town.
Okay, so I mean, in the spirit then of eliminating problems, right?
Yeah.
There has been an issue identified now with new drivers attempting to book their Ontario driving tests. So there is a backlog. And what has happened, of course, is that there was a suspension of the in-driving portion of the test. The province did resume in-car driving tests on the 14th, but correspondingly, there is, of course, a significant backlog to book this test. So the Ministry then of Transportation said that 421,827 road tests have been canceled since March 2020 due to pandemic restrictions and lockdowns. The ministry now has said that it has invested $16 million dollars to. Oh, you missed the moment, Mike. It's too late to bring up the. No, you got to be there with us, man. $16 million to deal with the backlog, and last fall it said it would hire 84 temporary driver examiners for its drive test centers. Okay, so far it has filled 35 out of 84 of those positions. Recently announced it would hire 167. That's a pretty specific number, like 167, not 200, not 150.
They don't like to round up or down. Didn't I tell you? See, now it's going to bother you. I love it. Yeah.
So they are actively working to address the backlog. So for those of you that are trying to book, hang in there. Help is coming. And now, speaking of help.
Yeah. What?
I think that we have some words from our support board.
Yes. Local
to help you.
Yeah. There you go. Well, stay tuned. We'll be right back and enjoy these messages. We'll be right back.
First Local, supported by Gary Chervinsky, Exit Realty, Lake Superior. Buying a home is a big decision, so is choosing the right agent. Call Gary Chervinsky, broker at Exit Realty, Lake Superior, 705-257-5432.
need a media monkey to make healthy choices. Think for yourself. A message from Concerned Children's Advertisers.
Loss is something that never leaves you. Donate $45 today to help victims of impaired driving. A message from MAD Canada.
Good morning and welcome back to First Local Mornings with Colette and Heidi.
Morning.
Just kind of bringing it round full circle.
Oh my God, I say full circle all the time.
Do you? Well,
That's my gig.
It's important.
I can't believe you just ripped that off.
Wow.
We are so
See,
connected.
it's that, I know.
Look, I got a tear in my eye. I do. God, I'm verklempt.
So, again, it is that time of year when people are being recognized within education, whether you're a student or you're somebody who shares your knowledge and your information and your experience, which is a critical part of the learning experience. I just said experience twice, but that's okay.
Well, you've got experience, so that's good.
Well, it probably bugs me more than it bugs other people, but there's just so many words that you can use. Anyway, so Sault College did recognize a recipient of Diversity Award, and this had to do with a very important college community member, and they were very proud to celebrate her significant contributions. So the Sault Ste. Marie, okay, wait a minute. So this individual has been recognized for commitment to enhancing diversity and inclusion and is absolutely the recipient of the Sault Ste. Marie Chamber of Commerce Outstanding Business Achievement Award for Diversity. So in addition to this honor, an important member of the college community, Barbara Nolan, an elder in residence, was the recipient of the Indigenous Professional of the Year Award. Okay, so the Diversity Award, so 2 awards here. The Diversity Award recognizes a business or organization that embraces, celebrates, and applies holistic inclusion and participation to a diverse people, making the workplace a better environment in which to work and the community a better place in which to live, work, and raise a family. Okay, so Sault College is home to a diverse student and staff community, including more than 1,500 international and Indigenous students. So Sault College last received this award in 2017. They have since remained focused on and dedicated to fostering an invitational campus and workplace that respects, embraces, and values diversity. Yes.
That's great.
Now over to Barbara Nolan. Okay, so Sault College congratulates, obviously, Barbara Nolan on being the recipient of the Indigenous Professional of the Year Award. Nice. The award is presented to a person who has made an impact in the Indigenous, Métis, and Sault Ste. Marie communities, and in doing so, serves as an inspiration to us all. So, from all of us here at Sault Online, congratulations to Sault College, and congratulations to Barbara Nolan.
Keep doing the good work. Ted Nolan, maybe, and Rose Nolan from Garden River, the hockey player?
The spelling is the same, so
possibly.
Awesome. Possibly.
Thanks for sharing that. That's great. We need to go to weather. Again, it's not Craig, I apologize, but we still have some temperatures, and it looks like it's going to stay warm this week. Well, that's your weather for the week. We good? Okay. Hey, did you know that the federal minimum wage is going to increase to $15 per hour starting December the 29th? The federal government is officially raising the federal minimum wage to $15. This follows royal assent, which means it's passed and being granted to the government to its Budget Implementation Act 2021. This will apply to all federally regulated private sector, which includes industries like banks, telecommunications, and radio and television broadcasting. This will benefit over 26,000 workers across the nation. The federal government is committed to implementing this focus on the essential workers done by a large proportion of minimum wage earners.
Okay.
The Minister of Labor, Philomena Tassi, that's the Federal Minister of Labor. Thousands of hardworking Canadians will see their homes incomes rise at least 15% to result in any of the changes. And we've already seen a cost increase to groceries, gas, everything's increasing due to, I don't know what, but obviously COVID-19 has probably plays a vital role to the cost of lumber, as we know, if you're building, but it just, costs of everything are increasing. So the federal government is trying to accommodate that and increase the minimum wage.
Well, we have a few more people in social media,
That's nice. And you have a factoid too, don't
I
you?
do still have one more factoid.
Okay.
Let's see here. What do we have? So Jim says, hi, Enika. Okay, so Jim's,
that's nice.
reaching out to the Netherlands. So, yes, your parents are on.
Oh, hello, Mumsy and Dadsy.
Good morning, they say, and there's the sunshine.
Good morning.
Good morning to you both. Steve Childs, love that the left hand knows what the right hand is doing. Love that. Never let the left hand know what the right hand is doing. So how we sometimes change things up on a change her up, he says.
We're spicy. Y'all come back now here. Y'all.
Okay, Tony Mancuso, good
Hey,
morning.
Tony.
Good morning, he said. Had a long evening last night, but well worth it. Have a great day. Ooh, do tell. And little grinny smile with 2 cups of coffee.
I thought Tony was going to send you the tracts of land. We had this conversation, Tony, yesterday, in fact.
Oh, yeah, nobody sent me the great huge tracts of land, so I'm not even going to put my effort into it today. Yeah, so
Send
if you
it.
want
Somebody
it,
send it.
you got to show it, right?
Ooh.
The emoji.
I'm going to type on TV first local at gmail.com is the email where you can send anything you want to show to Heidi.
Send that. Send it to ontvfirstlocal@gmail.com. Steve Childs, changing the way they proceed with the factoids. Tease everyone, LOL. That's right.
We're keeping you hanging on. We want you to stay to the very end, Steve.
Well, now there's pressure. I've got like performance anxiety.
Don't have stage fright. Performance anxiety.
All right.
No, you don't.
It's a little bit spicy.
So are you.
I spent some time at the beach this weekend.
Did you?
July 5th, 1946, the bikini.
Oh, I love the bikini.
A new swimsuit design is introduced at a Paris fashion show. Invented by French designer Louis Réor.
So daring.
None of his regular models would wear it, so he hired a 19-year-old nude dancer to model it. He named the garment after the Bikini Atoll in the Pacific Ocean, hoping the swimsuit would be as explosive as the nuclear bomb tested there 4 days earlier.
Well, it was, and it still continues on to this day. So bikini it up, ladies.
Bikini.
I don't know. There's some, lower temperatures coming this weekend, but hey, wear it around the house. Who cares? Wear your bikini wherever you want. Thank you for joining us today. We had an amazing morning with you. We are going to have an amazing day, and so are you. And we'll be back tomorrow morning. But hey, go check out that Prime Minister and follow us online as this day progresses. Take care.